I made this thing right here. This is what we just made. It's goes right there like that. And even with the bolts in the cap up there, it's still, I've got about 3/8 inch deep clearance up there. And I'll just put this in the press over there. We're not going to go over there and we're not going to film it. I'm just telling you about it. But I'll put this in the press and press that piston out through the bottom down here. Now I may do it the next time that I've got a couple more lathe projects over there, so I laid this aside and I'll chuck this up right here and I'll turn a lip on that like this right here. This one's just too big to go in there. It's actually the size 40 cylinder sleeve. If y'all remember, that's what I made to press them out. So what I'll do is just turn a small, that's about 1/8 of an inch, on this piece here where I can put it in there, and that way I can press. I've got full coverage right there to press that out of. It's not needed, it's just a little extra. So now with all of that explanation, I'm going to press these out and get these cleaned up and decide which cylinder we're going to use in this engine. And it's out. Just pressed her right out, and the diameter of this sleeve right here, this arbiter, is just a little bit smaller than the piston size. And it's sufficient length to where it'll push them out. I did have a little bit of, well, it's kind of dry right in this area here, but actually 2 of the rings are loose, and so is the other one. All 3 rings are loose on this one. I'll clean this up. I'm going to put new rings in it, but we may, and then when to show you how this works, when I press that other one out over there, the diameter of that sleeve is just it's right on that on the outer side edge of that piston here, and I'm not pushing on the center of it. Even though, if you remember, I do have these blocks that I can use on there. That's, well, actually this is a really good fit right here to that outer edge right there. So, but anyways, I'm gonna clean them up and get that wrist pin out of there and look at the bushing and all. I probably won't use that piston, but let's look at it. Let's look at it. It actually came out of there. It required some pressure to get it out of there. But looking down in there, looking down in yonder, it don't look too bad. So I'm going to clean that up, and I got some more stuff. You know, we may just use this cylinder sleeve right back in that engine. It don't look too bad. Sometimes you look out like that. Now let's get this one over there and press it out. The setup for pushing the piston out from the other end is like this. The rod hangs below the press cross piece there, and it comes up the cylinder like that. The arbor is down in the cylinder, and the jack in the press. Works really good. This is the other piston that I just pressed out of this cylinder. Pressed out from this way. Set it up in and that homemade press over there, and just pressed it right out. Well, I say that, I mean, we're talking several tons of pressure behind it, but there was no heat involved in it. You know, if you've watched any of my videos at all, you know that I don't like to heat cast iron. It's not good practice to put the torch to. I'm not going to say much more about that, heating that cast iron. You know, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it no matter what. So, I just pressed this out, and it came right on out of there. But you can see on this piston here that these rings are stuck fast in there. Oh, that'll clean up nicely. Good, nice piston. Loose on the rod. The other one is stuck, but it feels really good. Kinda. It's not tight, but it's not bad. And then when we got done with it, the tool, you know, we made the tool. That's the reason for this, and it's a good, just fits on that outside right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as I mentioned in another video, I think I'm going to machine that lip around there where that can just sit right down in there, and that will give me a full face on the ones when I press the piston out. That will completely cover the piston and not just be pushing on that outside edge. Nothing wrong with this right here. It's just a little added insurance, let's say. Don't want to break no pistons if you don't have to. So I did not apply any heat to it, just pressed it right out. And the tool, we've ended up with a tool that will serve us well in the time to come. I do have some more of these to do, and it fits right on here. Actually, you can buy this kind of seal driver. You actually can buy several tool brands makes them. Some of them has an end casted on there, but nothing wrong with a good shop made tool. We'll set that aside, and I am going to machine that the little lip right there. I'm going to follow through. I do have some machine work coming up on the lathe over there, and I'll just chuck that in there and machine that little edge to where that'll fit right on there. That'll give 100% contact on the top of the piston up there. Because some of these right here are, it's unbelievable how tight them gets in the cylinder right there. Just unbelievable. But we're going to clean these up and see what we see how good they are. And I actually think, you know, just kind of looking down in there, I think all three of these right here are going to be good salvageable cylinders, except this one right here is going to require some welding on that boss right there, but we're going to get that done. As we turn the lights out from here on the east coast of Arkansas, you know, dim the lights and, you know, put a little Floyd on the speakers there, just another brick in the wall. On with the show. But I think what we'll do is, and you may notice that this one right here has a very large chip out of that boss right there for that oil pipe. Now that can be welded up and rethreaded and salvageable. That will be taken care of. I do have a really good cylinder already cleaned up that I'm going to put in this engine and not let this hold us up on the reassemble. But these will be cleaned and used in a future project.